When Rigathi Gachagua told Irungu Kangata and Linda Mwananchi to stay out of Olkalau, the people thought he's being a selfish tribal bigot. But Gachagua had seen ahead. I say this because yesterday Linda Mwananchi went to Nyahururu, and as expected, goons were dispatched. And the aftermath of those goons was Irungu Kangata's own bodyguard getting shot in the chest. Not my words, just listening to this.
Kabla ya tukio hilo, dereva wa Kangata alipigwa risasi ya mpira kifuani. Msafara huo ulipoondoka katika kanisa la MPESA akikimbizwa hospitalini.
Sasa kuingia kwa gari, watu wakakuja na mawe, wakaanza kunipiga na mawe. Sasa kunipiga na mawe kutoka kwa wakanifuta kwa ndani ya gari. Kuenda hapo chini wakaanza kunifuruta. Sasa hapo ndio nilipigiwa risasi.
We were first stoned while in church, AIPCA. My vehicle was blocked. It was also confiscated by goons. My driver was injured by police. There was a shooting incident where he was shot.
Now you tell me, was Gachagua a fool for asking Linda Mwananchi to stay away from Olkalau? I think not. But that aside, in this video I want us to look into the events that transpired before this Irungu Kangata attack took place. And so with no further ado, let's get after it. Number one, before this attack, Irungu Kangata appeared to be throwing a soft jab at Rigathi Gachagua when he was making these remarks.
Since I started politics, I have been forced by political circumstances to hide my values, to hide my principles for political expediencies. I have been forced always to be on a side, not necessarily because I believe in, but because I want to win an election. This is the only time I'm doing politics when I am very happy, because in my group, my vuguvugu, I see all tribes. I see people from Luo Nyanza, people from Central, everywhere. We are in one group, and then I'm so happy because I'm fighting for a cause, not for a tribe.
I mean, why talk about tribalism when we all know that the number one accusation against Rigathi Gachagua is that he's tribal? So to me, I take that as a soft rebuttal from Kangata to Rigathi Gachagua. Only problem is that he didn't know that moments after that speech, the attack would happen. And how I wish he listened to Rigiji, because Rigiji had already warned him earlier in private. Alimwambia in private, listen my brother, don't go to Olkalau. In fact, do your best not to bring Linda Mwananchi to Mlima Kenya. Not because they are bad people, they're on the same bandwidth, but the government has vested interest in Linda Mwananchi. Wherever they go, they are sending goons to clobber them, to disrupt their meetings, and that's a red flag that Rigathi saw. He told Kangata in private. It looks like Kangata wasn't going to listen to him, so then he came out to say it in public. He said as much yesterday. In fact, here's a tip.
Direte Kangata. Ramwira arauga ne magoka na Linda Mwananchi Karau. Dirari na report. Tondu ni ndi andu muno majira. Gareke gwire mucoki. Twina andu ega muno thiini wa Kenya. Thiini wa borithi kuri andu ega muno. Taru nio marahuragira hwae makajira. Ndukagerie guka kou. Marenda andu moragwo nigetha githurano gitire. Ndukagerie guka. Nie ngirwo marenda kurehe ngahia weekend. Gituma senator wa Murang'a etagwo Nyutu. Imwira caria Kangata wa caria Kangata omwire atiriri githurano giki gia Karauri nie mwene ndie ndirathie tondu ndiraigua kubange tigana nakio tiga iguka Karau tondu ona mwoka ri makuhuthira mweke ucio tondu Linda Mwananchi irari githi irahuru Linda Mwananchi yari Kakamega ikihuru ndiratumana Kangata ndiramwira mwire atiriri matigana no horocio githurano kiu ni ona mwene na ni mwene kiama kia DCP ri candidate wakwa ni ndathi kumwikira campaign na ni ndiramenya gora marabanga no ndanaigua aga kuigua ndiramukania publicly na tiguo ndirenda gabika to ndiramutumanira muthuri anake acio acivuna ni andu ega muno na babu na muthenya ungi mokite thika ngira andu maumbire mamamukire na turutaga wira nao no kundu guku Karau ni undu wa githurano giki Ruto na andu ake maracaria kanya gakurehe ngahiha riu thigari icio cie Karauri nicio thire ciakora Kangata kuria kundu gugwitwo Nyahururu na thigari icio ciatuhurire witima makwenda akuratha Kangata ngai amuteithia maratha ndereba wake koguo ri haria tukinyite mucokire aya githumo riu ri mukomenia ugaga ati
you know, people need to stop taking Rigiji lightly. This is a former National Security Council member. Whatever Ruto is being briefed in State House by NIS, Gachagua is being briefed in his bed by informants. They have the same intelligence. Nothing has changed. Don't even be shocked to discover that Kindiki and Gachagua huwa wanaongea usiku. So when he says something, he knows what Murkomen and Raymond Omolo are up to. There is a mark on Linda Mwananchi in specific. Because to the national government, Linda Mwananchi is more scary than the united opposition. Because the united opposition is united on paper, not on the ground. Linda Mwananchi is united on the ground and on paper. So they are the bigger threat. They are the ones they are going after. And I find it very disgusting that the government will send goons to shoot up the driver of Irungu Kangata, to disrupt a peaceful meeting. And then the same government officials are coming out to tweet and say Gachagua is the one who sent those goons. Just have a look at what the ever-confused Oscar Sudi had to say about this, and I quote, "Rigathi Gachagua, even if you want to dominate Murima, please do not go down this path. Governor Irungu Kangata is your brother. Attempting to take his life for public sympathy is barbaric. You are power hungry." And he went on to attach this image of Irungu Kangata's vehicle where the driver was shot in the chest. The fortunate thing here is that even Moses Kuria, who is usually on the side of two-term, could not corroborate and agree with Oscar Sudi's obvious lie. This is what Moses Kuria had to say on his Facebook page, and I quote, "I can confirm that the violence against Linda Mwananchi in Nyahururu was not planned by the opposition. The truth shall set us free." Again, I can confirm that the violence against Linda Mwananchi in Nyahururu was not planned by the opposition. The truth shall set us free. That thing was planned by people in government. And I'm glad Kenyans don't buy these hogwash stories. Just have a look at what Kenyans on X had to say, for instance, in regards to this obvious lie from Sudi that Rigathi is one sending goons against Kangata. And I quote, Ronyo said, "You think people are fools. Who can't see the government's hand in these evil acts? Utmost nonsense." Boniface G. Mwangi said, "Kwani Gachagua akona bunduki? Wacha utoto wewe. Tell William Ruto and Murkomen to stop being cowards, fighting with guns because they are defeated." Peaceful Patriot 254 said, "Rigathi Gachagua was right on requesting Linda Mwananchi not to set foot in Olkalau. With today's chaos in Nyahururu to a point, Irungu Kangata's driver was shot. If it was Olkalau, they would have fallen to the government's trap. Chaos would have led to cancelling of Olkalau by elections. What an elder can see while seated under a tree, a small boy can't see while standing at the top of it." Kikuyu proverb. Muriaso said, "Kenyans are not fools. They know who owns the goons, and it's not Rigathi Gachagua or Linda Mwananchi. The common factor in all cases of goonism is the government." Correct. Hakim Nasur said, "Kalenjin presidency is always a curse to the nation. Never again Kasongo should be the last." I've never been one to agree with tribal clustering. Let everybody carry their own cross. Benson Moore said, "Stop these silly mind games. Your government is so desperate for attention." Wewe. But what say you guys? Do drop me your comments in the comment section below, and I'll do best to read them and to give you a response. So with that, here today's ads of the day. Enhance your credit management skills at the Kenya School of Credit Management. They offer a 4-month online course where you get to learn credit analysis and relationship management, a highly sought after skill in our current leading market. To get started, call 0727 499 561 or 0722 712 669 or visit www.creditschoolmanagement.net. Register now ahead of the July 2026 cohort. Interior design is one of those things you can't afford to get wrong. So if you're looking for experts to do your gypsum, wainscoting, paintwork, tiles, washrooms, and kitchen, reach out to Dhaka Living on 0706 026 218. That's 0706 026 218. If you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula. Hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.